Good evening, speed gaming, and welcome to tonight's Super Metroid: A Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Weekly. We've got 774, we've got Hard Logic, and we've got a boot start. I'm Crazy Gamer on commentary, and joining me is Nitorific. Nito, how you doing?
I'm alright. I haven't commented in a while, so I'll be rusty, but the game hasn't changed much.
Yeah, it's the same SMZ3 you and I both know very well, and we've got Sky and Scrupula both very accomplished and very competent runners. So this will be a good one for sure. And let's see, the countdown looks like it's up, so we got a couple of seconds, and then off we go. So I know Sky likes to go down to Retro Bryn for some of these, so we'll see if he does that.
It's a fairly low percentage play, but if you're right, you get a heads up on your opponent. And nope.
Yep. All right, so it's the standard SMZ3 start where you go to A Link to the Past because that's where most of your Sphere 1 is. So Ice Beam right at the start is a little bit scary because we are in Hard Logic, and that could mean Suitless Meridias in our future.
And most hard scenes aren't mean, but guy's doing a Woolly Hands opener.
Yeah, again, something you don't usually see in SMZ3, but it could pan out if the tree pulls aren't cooperative.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad, it's just unnecessary the vast majority of the time, but that one seed where there's no money or bombs anywhere, you'll be glad to have opened a Woolly Hand.
Yeah, Scrupula taking the also unconventional SMZ3 play of rushing Saha and gets some money out of it, so see if that comes into play at all. And our light world is 2 Metroid tokens and a red crystal.
Probably unconventional because you don't usually start with boots, so you need a bomb normally to open Sahasrala's closet.
That is true. And the boots also opens up Bonk Rocks right at the start.
And library.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a sword on Uncle.
Yep, Vanilla Sword.
Bush crabs have them. Magic. Not money or bombs, just magic. Coop took some damage, so I think that was a tier 2 pull.
I think so, yeah.
Ah, tier 3 appears to be 80 bucks.
Oh, did you see that lumberjack?
No,
Varia.
Ooh.
Well, we've got a sword and we've got boots, so we just need a lamp and either another sword or a cape.
Guy
Well,
doing an early escape play before heading to Kakariko.
yeah, with a sword, and if you're right here, you might as well just go for it. If you're gonna do it, then you might as well just do it now if you're in the area.
Also, you don't need bombs since you have the boots if you want to break them back.
Mm-hmm. And a sword makes the dark room navigation a little bit easier.
I'd say the tiny room with a lot of snakes is made a lot easier with a dash sword attack. You can't just run through them.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll get trolled in the dark most of the time. Oh, well, he's got these 3 Kakariko bombs for free.
Scrupulous buys morph bombs at race game and doesn't have to wait for bombs. You just dash right into the wall.
There are not a lot of walls you can break open with dashing. And sometimes I wonder what was the logic behind it.
Great question I do not know the answer to.
Oh, hookshot, that's a good find.
Very nice find.
And death warping to check Dark Cross, probably. But the key might be in the back, so he could be stopped there.
Right, even though, yeah.
Well, I found the map nor the key, so there are only 2 treasures left in Escape.
Yeah, and mind you, this is still not free. Like, we still, like, the dark rooms are still kind of tough. And
Well, the hookshot, he can safely kill every snake if he wants to.
if you can find those snakes.
Well, it's a very tiny room, you know.
This is true.
That's what he's doing, he's killing the snakes with the hookshot. He just hooked the lamp. Now he's gonna take the stairs. Oh, nice heart. 2 snakes left in the room. We're at Dark Cross right now, if that's not obvious. He just hooked the lamp, and now he's gonna find the treasure chest in the dark. Oh.
This part's a little tricky, but there is a setup.
Laser.
Hmm.
So there's only 1 item remaining in the escape in the back. Because we haven't found the key or the bomb, the map rather. Now we're in Cackwell. $100. Free metal. Oh, and a lamp. Wow. Does this scream early? I got to you. Oh, gloves. So checking the back will be easy.
Yeah, the glove was a little tough early because that puts King Zora in logic, and we have nowhere near enough money to check that.
There's still the Yulihan play for money.
Mm-hmm. And with a glove, they have access to the grave drop down method.
Yeah. Now, if he can't do Yulihan anymore, but he already did it because of the flippers. Well, he can do it with the graveyard grave, but the standard method of using 4 dives and then falling in the hole.
Well, here's our Aga.
Yes, sir. But it's a little too on the nose, I would say.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it is a little scary though, because now we have logical access to Varia, and we also have logical access to the mountain and to Upper Norfair without Morph Ball, so it's still
Right.
a little sketch.
So the lamp and the gloves did open up Death Mountain, and the hookshot opened up Eastern Death Mountain.
There's a lot that's available pretty early on.
So it feels like it's bait, Aga bait. I think it's just to get to the... Well, we need to do Aga eventually, but it might not be the first play to make.
Yeah, like we definitely need, well, our runners would definitely want Varia, so I would imagine they're going to do it at some point. So when do you do it? Like, do you wait for like a better loadout to like make it easier, or do you do other stuff and then come back to it? That's the question.
Well, hopefully... Upper North is not too bad hell running, and if Ridley is a pendant, then he could be skippable. I've seen seeds like that. Retreading each other's footsteps.
Like Sky is farming.
Yep. I think he wants to check. Oh, hold on. Guy.
I don't think he checked Lumberjack yet, so I don't think he has the knowledge. I would assume he gets it here, but he's continuing to farm after he has the 500.
Probably wants to send off for the ball merchant too. And Varia was scouted.
All right, so both of our runners have the knowledge that Barry is sitting right there, and Sky will. I don't think Sky picked up the lamp yet, but very much in his future.
Absolutely. I mean, Varia could easily be bait, with Lower Norfair not being required and Logic not caring about Varia for Upper Norfair. It's nice to have, I won't lie.
Yeah, it would. You'd have to be like. You'd have to assume that like Lower Norfair is a pendant, so you don't have to go into it, and you just write off Norfair entirely at that point if you chose not to go for Aga. But there's still that's leaving a lot of checks on the table.
We found our first super pack and first power bomb pack in Minimal Lorm. There's always at least one super pack and at least one PB pack in Sphere 1.
Scrupula getting a little bit bullied by the crabs.
It wasn't always this way. I remember a long time ago playing a seed where PBs were my second to last go owed item.
Rough.
2 hours in, first PB pack. Not like that anymore.
Thankfully.
And I remember weekly, Hard Logic Weekly, where the first set of power bombs was in a sand pit.
Oof.
Yeah. Again, can't be that way anymore. So we have 2 packs of power bombs. There can be more than one too. I mean, not just one, but you're guaranteed at least one.
One of them is one that's placed specifically for Sphere 1, and the other one was just, here, have some power bombs. Now, Scrupula's about to get his first sword here at Uncle, and that's going to give him the agate kit. We'll see if he goes for it right away or decides against. It would be interesting to do it right now since we're right here at the castle.
Yeah. And it's less scary than Sky's venture and escape because he's got a lot of hearts now. Guys are gonna see the cape and probably shake head. Oh, no save and quit. It's a question how thorough they'll be before they head to Aghanim, I suppose. It'd be okay with 6 hearts and a lamp.
Yeah, the fighter sword is acceptable. It's just slow. Like, you would definitely want a master sword for the first room with the gold guards, but it's doable.
It takes a while, but it's mostly because in terms of safety, it's pretty easy to lose health. during the Aga climb, especially when you're under-equipped. So 3 hearts is doable, but it's actually quite dangerous. You have to be really confident in your low-tech Zelda skills. Having a much easier time with Mini Moldorm thanks to the hook shot.
Yep.
Grapple B means we won't be doing a CWJ into wreck ship. I mean, you can still do it if you want, but it's not required.
You can do it if you want to flex, but...
Well, it's fast. If you get it your first try, it is faster than the grapple method.
Indeed. Alright, so Scoopy's going to take a Death Warp and then probably check Dark Cross.
Yeah, he might because of the lamp, but he could go straight to Aga too. No, he's checking the back. You'll have to Death Warp. Oh, wait. Where was the key? He has an extra key.
He was in the back. He already has the glove, so he checked the back first.
Gotcha, I was wondering. Guy setting up water walk. By dashing next to a pit in the underworld. Now he has to find a southern facing cliff to leap off of. Right here, and now he's Jesus.
So we saw Scoopula with a different setup. If you have the flippers, you can actually just dash or walk straight down after coming out of Ice Rod Cave. You'll swim, but then when you drop down the waterfall, you'll be in Water Walk.
That's handy. Okay, we'll likely check Zora, I guess. Otherwise, why farm all that money?
All right, so Scoopula's on the Aga climb and already down to 3 hearts, and these guards hit like a truck.
And he's got a stabbing looking. Is it a spear or they're just running with their sword in a stabbing posture?
Not super sure.
Waterfall cave. Lots of money. Yes,
Well,
guy, you didn't need to farm all that money. You had some free, right?
It's always how it works, right?
Yes. Oh. Coop has a boomerang, so he can do this slow but safe way. Just stun the guards and you do your thing.
Also, the stun pack is hearts, and that's significant.
A life lesson from our friend Zora.
And Sky is going to pick up the X-ray scope on the ledge, and why not? It's early. We could still find plasma in charge somewhere.
Yeah. You could do some X-ray climbing if you were to launch a sequence break.
And do that. X-ray climbing can be a little slow, but it's definitely possible.
Well, if you're in go mode with it, you might as well just go for it. If you can do it, rather, that is.
Yep.
And Scoop is past the really dangerous room, so we should be fine now. Nothing stressful. Sky doesn't open the last chest because we know it's the map.
Yep, he just needed to find one item, and that was the red boomerang.
Sky, instead of going to Aga, he will make the Death Mountain play.
And this is fine. There's a good amount of checks up here. Now, even though we have the mountain, we don't have Hera yet because we're missing a hammer and we're missing a mirror. So can't do anything there. But it is a lot of other checks.
Well, there's the always fun 7 check Paradox Cave. If you set up hook speed, there we go. While Scoop is fighting Aga. Nothing on Spectacle Rock. Full Heart and Spectacle Rock Cave, that's will probably be skipped. Yeah. Jumps down. To the bridge and we'll hook across.
So Sky did ignore the Norfair portal, and that's probably correct, because if you're intending on doing Aga at some point, you might as well just get the Varia suit first and then go into Upper Norfair.
Three blue balls. There we go. Is about average luck.
Did Scoop not even look at the pyramid ledge?
Yeah, I missed it.
I don't even think he put it on the screen. Just went straight to Catfish.
Shovel. More peeps. Any tank. Bombs. And oh, second sword. That will make Yaga climb a lot easier.
Indeed. So Sky is rewarded for that. All right, let's see Dark World. We've got a red at Pod. We've got a green pendant at Skullwoods, and we've got a whole bunch of other things.
Was a pendant at Feast Town as well. Which means Ridley could be a pendant. You never know. And that Varia could be bait. Oh, that's Bombos on the ledge. But Skuas needs to be careful with the murder birds. Unlike their light world counterparts, they do 3 hearts of damage and they never give up. They just keep running at you until they're dead, or you're dead, or you change screens.
Got through it, and it's gonna get himself a Bombos.
Okay, so Death Mountain wasn't a total waste. You get a second sword out of it, and you're gonna explore Paradox Cave eventually, no matter what. And Scoop just got murderized by the birds.
Murder-dactyled.
Guy's doing the Aga play, which will be slightly easier for him. Scoop's getting his Varia ASAP.
And then this might be the mountain for him.
It should be. That's the most dense checks he has right now. This guy went slightly faster.
But interestingly enough, now that I'm looking at it, because we don't have Morph yet, we don't have access to Bubble Mountain. Unless you want to do some shenanigans like freeze the Hova and then bounce off it.
I've been told, to my surprise, a few times that climbing the solo with Ice Beam was not in logic. I mean, that might be normal logic, though. Maybe on hard logic it is in logic. But no, he can't go to Bubble Mountain. He just freezes the guy and jumps off him. But you probably want to do Death Mountain first. Oh, Scooby is gonna check. Upper Norfair. Logic has a few questionable decisions, something I think. Because freezing the Sova is extremely. I did that as a kid. Because I went right first instead of left to get the high jump boots.
Ah. So I am reading the logic log, and so to can enter East Upper Norfair, you have to be able to access the portal, which we can do.
Crystal Red Lake Novaria is required.
Mm-hmm. And you need to be able to open red doors and have supers, and you need to be you have one of the following: can fly, high jump, speed booster, can springbolt jump, or Varia and ice. So Bubble Mountain's in logic with what we got.
Excellent.
Sky, momentarily forgetting that when you're in hook speed, you can't swing your sword.
Nope. But if you take damage, it resets.
Or if you press the dash button, it also resets. So good heads up by Scrupula, waiting for all of the items to drop before picking them up, since that does affect the bomb jump if you pick up the specific drop that's assigned to slot 0 while it's in the air. It affects your altitude, and sometimes that happens.
Looks like it didn't really help. So, what hard logic things remain? Gate glitch can be required somewhere, I suppose. No CWJs, no short charge. Oh well, I'm not ready to dismiss that yet. We could find speed booster and be expected to go to Crocomire and then do the Stutter 3 tap to get to Indiana Jones. And
I hate that. It's like the one thing in hard mode that I will just auto forfeit on if it's required.
That was my motivation. There was a weekly a long time ago, we were talking years ago, where Morph Ball was at Indiana Jones. And the only racer that got it with the Stutter 3 was Odraxis. I was in that race, and I cheated because we already had gravity, so I sparked from the acid. But after that weekly, I sat down and learned how to Stutter 3, just so it would not happen again. Because the next time I might not have gravity suit to cheat.
Yeah.
A lot of people forfeited, though. When I saw that, I thought, well, I can gate glitch through the green gate, backdoor the grapple beam, location, and then spark from the acid. I don't remember if Ozzy was in that race or not. But Odraxis did the Stutter 3 for sure. And a lot of people forfeited. But fortunately, like mockballing, Stutter 3 is best practice where you're most likely to use it.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you get got by it once and you just say never again.
Yeah. Well, it's easy-ish, I should say, not easy. If you use at first visual cues. Like I use visual cues of the background. Oh, that's a bow in Sea House. The background of the of the area, and I knew that when Samus puts her feet there, I need to tap there, and so on until I could do it consistently enough to do it in a race.
Yep, that is the way to do that.
And short charging, you can make it easier by just tapping for longer. Like, eventually you'll want to be very precise, but early on you can be a bit sloppy. Just hold the button for a few frames instead of going for the one tap on the one frame. And you can still, because the game only checks if Samus is dashing on a particular frame of her running animation. If you're holding that, when the game checks, then it will increment a counter. And if you already have 3, and again it sees that you're holding or tapping dash, it will give you a blue suit. But you don't need to be exactly on the frame. You can press 2 frames before, hold it for 2 frames after. It's sloppier. You'll have a longer distance for your blue suit, but in a lot of locations, that's still enough to get the strat. Indeed.
So Sky finds a ice rod in Pendant Thieves. So depending on when you decide to make the dip into a pendant dungeon, it may be a bit before Scoop gets there, but well, actually, wait, he's right here, so it'd be weird if he didn't go in.
All right, so odds that people will be hunting for the ice rod is pretty low because Mitz is also in that dungeon, and Mitz lock a lot of things.
Gotcha.
Because if it only had ice rod in there, yes, then I could see a lot of runners getting trolled by that. But behind ice rod is the Mitz. That's a major item that you'll be probably bottlenecked into finding eventually. Still don't know where Morph is. Could be on Laser Bridge. There was a weekly like that. He was gonna get his ice rod and Mitz too. While Sky is going to do the chain.
The mirrorless Smith chain.
Grabbing. No, you can't. Did he do the game already? I wasn't watching.
Yes.
Okay, so he's fine. Gonna give the world tour to the frog. Oh, that's a shield.
And the Mitts do give us normal Dark World access, so we don't have to go through the Aga portal again, unless we want to.
And Scoop gets his mitts. But yes, my recommendation for learning how to short charge is eventually you'll do it just by sheer timing because you'll have it down that well. But when you start learning, use visual cues in a certain location where you practice it. It's like practicing Mog Ball at Rinstar Reserve. That you're probably gonna do that there most likely than anywhere else. And the short charge is the same for the Indiana Jones check. So get the practice ROM. Turn on Magic Pants. It makes Samus flash when the game is checking for the is he holding dash or not frame. And then look where you are at in the room, and then you say, okay, from now on I just tap here, tap there, and I'm good. It's a lot of doing it really, really well is hard, but doing it a half-ass job that still works is not that hard.
Yeah, and then eventually you just get the timing down.
Yeah. Eventually you can do it with your eyes closed, basically, because it's a question of timing.
Well, I still need to play the video game, so I'd rather see what I'm doing.
The same thing for when you want to do maybe more consistent with your infinite bomb jumps. My recommendation is to start with a jump. Start it from you metamorph. I mean, you jump and you metamorph, and then you use a visual cue again to know at which height you need to lay the bomb at to start the IBJ. Practices anywhere you think you'd need to use the IBJ to get somewhere, and use a visual cue.
All right, Scoopio's going to show us King's Tomb with the newly acquired mitts.
And nothing. Morph ball on the red mitts. All right, we're in business.
All right, so where does Sky want to go next?
Might check Dark Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That would scout Turtle Rock and give you Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny for 6 chests.
He's gonna dig up some treasure first.
Yeah. Following Jet's advice. You know the ABCDE?
Always be clearing dungeons E.
Except fetch quests.
Ah.
So if you have a fetch quest, you do it. But otherwise, you prioritize dungeons.
Speaking of, Scrupula is going to clear Eastern with a bow and a lamp.
Brilliant logic. Guy gets the delayed wall jump on the first try. Well done.
Which is in logic in hard mode.
Yes. So why is it called a delayed wall jump? Well, it's because you wait a few frames before hitting jump to wall jump. Because it separates Samus from the wall, and you'll have enough distance from the wall that instead of banging your head, on the ceiling above, you'll clear it and reach the higher portion of the wall. And the best place to practice it is right there. Gauntlet entry, where you'll most likely be using it most of the time.
Ironically enough, it is easier to do this without high jump boots. Because with high jump, it's a different setup entirely, and it's a whole different timing, and it's just easier just to take off the high jump boots.
The advantage of doing it with high jump boots is you only need to get it right once, whereas without the boots, you have to do it twice in a row. It's a trade-off. I too think that without the boots it's easier, but there are people who swear by doing it with the high jump boots.
Right, so
the Varia randomizer considers high jump boots easier than without in terms of difficulty of tricks it requires.
I'd have to confirm that. I'm not super sure on what that logic is, but Sky found the Book of Mudora in the back of Gauntlet, so that's a fully clearable desert.
Oh, that's right, he has a lamp. Boots. Rock and a glove, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can do all of the desert. And pod is still a strong possibility. The hammer just prevents you from finishing it, but you can clear it all except the boss. And who knows, it could be a seed with vanilla hammer.
Yes.
Chooses to get BB back. See? This guy just did what I said you should do. You do a mid-air morph, and you use a visual feature in the background to determine at what height you need to place the bomb. It transforms a timing cue into a visual one, which is way easier. Well, he could be thinking, crystal flashes maybe, or rather, when he has ice. No, I was gonna say to break into Buttwound's room, but you don't need to do that because we have Lake Hylia backdoor access to Meridia. So, I don't know.
All right, that's a token down for Scupula.
could be backdooring into proc via the gate glitch.
All right, this is Dark Death Mountain for Scupula.
New checks.
Also, heads up of Sky to take off the ice beam because it just shoot everything twice instead of not.
Boots you down. Coop misses this hookshot clip in Super Bunny. It's no big deal, it's just a small time loss. And we're gonna see the Mog Ball right here. Oh, gravity. Free seed.
Sometimes it's a normal seed.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Sky can do absolutely everything except waterway, basically, and climb supers and wreckship reserve. Anything that is hard log by speed booster, basically. Everything else is in logic for hard mode. A hookshot came now. Oh, silver is easy Ganon. And yeah, Turtle Rock is Bombo Slog, and we have Ice Rod already. Do we? Yeah, we do.
Still missing a whole bunch to get in there, though.
Well, there's the mirror. So the really big major thing missing right now is the hammer.
Yeah, we're missing hammer. We're missing Keen of Samaria. We're missing.
That's true. Keen too. But
missing Meyer access. Wait, no, we have Mitts and Meyer access is Lower Nowhere Fair or it's Flute and Mitts and Mirror.
Yeah. For Super Metroid, we're basically in go mode except for ammo for Mother Brain. And for Link to the Past, like you said, we're missing Cane, Hammer, and that's Fire Rod, alright. So those are the three major items we're looking for. Of course, SMZ3 being SMZ3. Just because you only need 3 more items 42 minutes in doesn't mean you'll find them anytime soon.
Yeah, we've got over probably 200 checks, I would imagine, at this point. So, good luck.
Coop gets his life lesson. Oh, yeah. Meyer could require something else.
So 3 or 4 items.
That's 1 penny. And a bottle. 1 more check.
A little out of the way, though, since Sky's already completed Village of Alcast and Kakariko, so it's the only thing left unless he does, like, Purple Chest.
Coop opting to go to Blueprint first. Checking the Mother Brain item, unless he did that and I didn't see it.
Had to have, right? Yeah, Scoopula's stream and uses some sort of filter of some sort. I'm not exactly up on the details, but yeah, his stream looks different.
So what Sky just did was the reverse gate glitch, because gate glitching is normally right to left, but in this particular case, you do it from left to right. And it only works because of the layout of the room and because the super missile actually punches through the barrier and hits the blue thing you need to shoot.
Yeah, it gets enough speed to pass right through it.
Yeah, it just so happens if you shoot perfectly from the door like he did, the missile would just pass through the barrier and hit. Weak spot, just like the barrier wasn't there. But it's off screen, so you don't see it. But you do hear the gate open. That's your cue. He's going through Blue Bryn now.
I would imagine Sky is going to full clear Blue Brain and then head to wreck ship.
Wreck ship could be skipped because he's got the 2 suits, and you only ever reset away from wreck ship, so it's not a big opportunity cost loss. Like, for instance, imagine you're in Lower Norfair, you don't have a flu, you don't have mids. Like, you could check Myra now, but if you skip it and you have to come back to it, then that's a lot of minutes wasted. But if you say, well, I'll do wreck ship later, then you're just out of like 20 or 30 seconds. Because you're always a reset away from wreck ship. Oh. Missed the circle of the Quakefish. So there's a lot of little decisions like that. Another shield. Thinking, well, how many chicks are here? And if I skip it for now, how much time will I lose if I have to come back here?
That's the big question in SMZ3, because you're in both games. The world is super big, tempered sword for Sky, so super easy cannon.
Totally free cannon, wow.
So, like, skips in SMZ3 can be less punishing, but also more punishing, because if you skip over an item, it'll be a while before you get back there, but there's more junk.
And thank you, Vidi, for correctly quoting Billy Mays. But wait is more is not Billy Mays, it's Ron Popel. Billy would always say, but wait, I'm not done yet. Or something, similar.
The spirit's the same.
He died so young. Okay, guys checking Mama. Okay, so no big loss for Scoop if he did indeed forget about the Mother Brain item, the old Mother Brain item.
Now, I don't know if Scoopula checked Shaft Supers or not.
So he is gonna scout the Climb Super item. Oh, trying to go too fast. He was almost at the top and he broke his pin. You cannot respin in SM. That's one of my very few criticism of the game. And Climb Super was nothing. So this super isolates Waterway, but what can you do?
Yeah, that's a decision you make, and it's, if that's the answer, then oh well.
Oh, that right. Coop doesn't have Morph yet. Now he does.
Staring in disbelief. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so Sky's done with his Bryn loop. Well, is it? He already checked the 250, 235 missile. 230. That's right. That's the max amount in the base game. Now we'll see if he. Well, if he IBJs to landing site power bombs, there could be something there. Probably gonna do that. I think. Yeah, see. Oops, wrong kind of bomb. You can still bomb jump with one power bomb, but the lag doesn't really help. So what he did is what I recommend to people who are trying to learn IBJ. Do a mid-air morph and look at what height you need. Use a visual cue with the background to know at what height you need to lay the first bomb to get it starting. Because keeping it going, if you're doing single bomb jumps, not double or triple, the real difficulty is just getting it going. And if you have a visual cue for this, then it's a lot easier. Nope, just $50.
I think this is our first check of Ice Beam and Crumble Tower.
Yes, it is. Any tank. We could still be expected to lava dive, but with gravity suit, with a gravity suit jump, it's completely free. Okay, to go to wrecked ship. Well, more supers. We have Ridley ammo. It's about half of what you need from Mother Brain. Another E-tank. And he opts to keep both. Unless he didn't save.
He did not save.
Okay, so resetting would have been a mistake.
Ooh, we found our third pendant.
Wrecked ship?
Wreck ship.
Might bail after this check, or maybe not.
That's the thing, though, because it's wreck ship, right? Like, you have to kill the boss in order to turn any of these checks on, so it's like, it's a decision. So,
yes.
Like, if you're going to do it, you're full clearing. So, I can understand the bail here. It's just, it's a whole bunch of items you're leaving behind.
Like I said, you're only ever a reset away from wrecked ship, so the cost is not very high. Whereas skipping Mire when your only access to Mire is Lower Norfair, then if you need to go back there and you don't have the food and the mitts, then the cost of having to go back is very high, several minutes. So you have to balance out checks per minute versus the opportunity cost of not clearing an area when you have the opportunity to do so, and putting off for later or perhaps even never.
Yeah, Sky can do a whole bunch of checks on the way to bosses that he has to do, so that's probably a better use of his time.
Beta supers are nothing. Beta power bombs, sorry. We're nothing. Scoob's gonna scout the one item. It's a full heart. Might not bother. Oh, looks like he's going to bother.
Yeah, I'd bother here. It's fine.
Alpha Peeps. Nothing. Another full heart. Wow. It's a totally free Zelda. Both games are totally free, basically.
Yep, now it just comes down to just finding where the last 3 required items are.
Potentially 4 with the medallion for Mire, but yeah.
Yep.
With tempered and silvers, I hope you don't need a tunic. Especially with the amount of hearts we've been picking up. They probably have like 10 now. But that's right, a Ganon Hug with no tunic is 8 hearts.
Well, then just don't run the Ganon. Easy, right?
Guy doing the old school. He did the start of the X-ray Hall deboost strat, but he did not do the full thing because he's got gravity. He's got a grapple beam, so it's not needed. But it helps you get ahead of the waivers. Control a little bit here, but he has various suits, so he's not taking a lot of damage from spikes.
Sometimes you just hit the buttons a little bit too quickly and you fall down.
Nothing at X-ray. Reserve tank above speed. Coop says no thanks to both items. Okay, on his way to Kraid for most likely. He's required, so it's doubtful it's gonna be skipped. There's nothing. Two chambers. It's normally the wave beam location. Supers.
Yep, till we find Charge Beam, picking up any supers is good. Oh, Sky's gonna go up instead of to Kraid.
Oh, you might check the sand pits, and if you find something, you can go to Kraid right after. And come back later for the rest of the Meridia location. You could even backdoor the rest to skip bot 1 entirely. You can ice clip into bot wound, that's in logic. But it's not needed because they have Dark World access and flippers, which means they can take the portal to Meridia. That is the portal that's past bot wound. Check Mama Turtle. Twice in logic because of IBJs or the grapple beam. Possible to do a very precise PB bomb jump. If you don't have anything else. You get the E-Tank item, which is another super pack. Wow.
This one might be difficult to get without high jump, but we'll see if Scoop can get it. It should be possible, but it's just getting the timing as you're falling.
It's easier to grab it diagonally. So he's making it harder on himself by doing that.
Mm.
You have more time to be ready to hit it diagonally.
Also, he does have to be careful with Mama Turtle. She does take out one entire energy tank per hit.
Even on gravity?
I think so, question mark.
I didn't have the grapple beam selected. Coop's fighting Croc. Oh. Decides to give up. Nothing behind Croc, just a missile pack.
A super pack would be nice, but certainly not required at this point. There could be other super packs that get you to 60.
I think ammo won't be an issue. By the time they're in go.
Yeah, plenty of game left to play.
Like, we've already seen half of the packs, and there are plenty of missiles to go around. not opting for the gravity jump. So to those who wonder what the gravity jumping is, it's really simple. You pause the game, and just before the game pauses, you jump. The closer your jump is to the screen turning black, the higher you'll go. And then all you have to do is unequip gravity suit, and you'll fly upward.
Yeah, the game keeps your momentum when you turn off gravity suit, but
Keep doing it. There you go.
but while you're doing water physics things,
Booster.
You slow down slower. I guess is the right way to say that.
If wave is nowhere in logic, that means that the backdooring of Frog might be required. But Scoop will be at an advantage here because he hasn't done Bryn Loop yet, and he will do it eventually. And when he does, he'll be able to check Waterway. And if there's something there, and you didn't have Speed Booster while you were doing your Bryn Loop, the odds of you checking Waterway anytime soon are pretty low.
We got a fire rod in the watering hole.
Excellent. Now we only need cane and a hammer,
Yep.
basically.
And Scoopula picked up two potentially important items. He picked up Speed Booster, which you mentioned, but he also picked up an Ether Medallion at Indiana Jones Missiles. So,
Right.
question mark on that one for Misery Mire.
Like those 60% chance of having the medallion from Meyer. I like those odds.
Yeah, we're still a bit away from item go mode, but if he does find like a hammer and the Cane of Samaria, he could just decide I'm in go mode and just bank on the 66% chance.
That's what I'd do. Sky snail clipping. Nothing major found. Another full heart though. Wow, how many will they have? It's insane. Decides to farm. Get supers back. Why not? You'll need them eventually, especially for Ridley. And he has the beam for it.
Yep. You notice how Aqueduct always has no items when you get snail clip on the first try.
Indeed. Snail clipping is just a matter, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's just a matter of stopping the snail at the right height, and you just jump on it and just jump straight up, and you pass. If you're at the correct height, you'll just pass through the ceiling. You can soft lock there, and to not sell is just once you're on the snail, you crouch on it, just tap jump twice. Nothing else. Hold no direction. Don't use L or R. That's how you get soft locked.
And the trick is easier with high jump boots, but we don't have that item.
Yes, you have 2 more pixels of leeway if you have high jump boots. You don't have to have the exact correct height. Oh,
Ooh.
Kane. Well. Are
This
we in
is-
Hammer Go 1 hour in?
All right, so Sky resets out. Check the other one, and then
Decide.
big old question mark, because you definitely want to exit Meridia through the right sand pit. So, do you just do Dragon now?
Oh, well,
yeah.
He would have to go through Bot Wound, which he might just prefer to backdoor later. From the Dark Lake Hylia portal. Boomerang. Okay. So, right sandpit. No, that was the left one. So the right sandpit has something. So what the likelihood is here, you will grab the cane and go to trade. Because he would have to reclimb Mount Doom otherwise.
That looks like that's what he's doing.
Now here's a big question. You're here. Do I check Shack Tool or not? He's in logic.
Oof. That's tricky.
I would,
I'd
despite
say
my
no.
love for
Yeah.
checking Shack Tool, in this case, I would probably pass. There's
Yeah.
so much game left, and you only
Yeah.
need 1 or 2 more items.
You got a lot ahead of you, and oh look, there's another item that could or could not be something.
Right, making Zelda even easier. Now the Ganon Tower climb won't be a problem at all. You just powder some fairies if you need them. It looks like he is going to check Shack Tool. Now, if we get Hammer here, this is a huge play. Oh, decides to do the ice clip instead of doing the logic thing. Just a bit too low. You get 2 shots at freezing the little worm when he's jumping upward here, or when he's jumping back down. No, it's too low.
Now, Sky does have X-ray to sort of maneuver this a little bit better.
Yeah,
that's what he figured out. So yeah, the ice clip is faster if you get it quickly, but the thing the randomizer wants you to do is to, use the grapple block and then use a can fly to get up the shaft. So
you can just do a gravity jump from the. It's actually, if you know how to do it, it's very simple. It's just might be a bit counterintuitive a bit. And what you do basically is you do a crouch jump from the sand, and that's it. You just do a gravity jump from a crouching position, and you'll clear the hole. Oh, that might be the right height. No, it's a bit too low.
I've never done a gravity jump from that room because you're above the sand as it's sinking, so getting the gravity jump like with the right timing is something you got to really practice. It's easier than you think. Okay, that's something I'll practice later.
It's easier to not be. You know how the sand sucks you downwards basically when you're trying to jump. If you're crouched, it's actually easier to get out. Oh, you got it.
And there it is.
So basically just crouch jump from the sand a few times to get used to it. And then you pause the game when you're about to just after jumping again, and you're in an equipped gravity suit, and you just fly upwards.
And oddly enough, the ice clip is not in logic. But
it used to be a long time ago. But too many people had too much trouble with it. The ice clip to butt wound is in logic still because that one is free. The Shack Tool ice clip was judged to be too annoying.
So the Shack Tool ice clip is a step too far, but the Stutter 3 to get to Indiana Jones missiles is A-okay.
I didn't make the rules for the logic, and there's nothing in Shack Tool. Having trouble here doing the meter morph to get in the tunnel, you can always wall jump like that. This took a good 5 minutes, so this is a big time loss if no one else does the same thing. But at least he knows if he's looking still for the hammer, he knows it's not there.
Yeah, sometimes you gamble. Yeah. And it's a play I like to do. It's respectable.
I once won a weekly with a huge margin because I sequence broke in 2. into Shack Tool, and he had the boots, and the GT Big Key was on the torch.
Amazing.
But for every time that happens, there's another 95% of the time where you won't find anything. So it's just a net time loss most of the time. But, you know, sometimes you just go for it. You trust your guts and say, well, if there's something here, this is a huge advantage.
Now, Scoopula got the item on the moat and then turned around. I'm wondering if he deduced that the last pendant's at wreck ship. Wonder if he saw the rest of the boss prizes and was able to figure out by process of elimination.
I would just be thinking, well, I can always go back to wreck ship easily. I just reset. I've seen putting off wreck ship will rarely burn you.
Also, he didn't do Brins yet, so like,
Yeah.
That's definitely a little bit more of an item dense location.
But again, the Stack Tool Ice Clip is just, if you froze the thing in the right height, you jump on it, you crouch, and then you jump straight up. And if you're at the right height, you'll just pass through the floor. Or the ceiling, rather.
Basically the same principle as the snail clip, just put the exact amount of distance between you and the thing you're trying to clip through, and you'll clip through.
Keep doing his sprint loop now. He'll get his tempered eventually, and his mirror, and his what was fire rod again? Oh, it wasn't. It was watering hole. Yeah.
Reed is not cooperating. Could have been that, but I guess we're dancing.
I will take the blue boomerang. I was gonna say we'll see if Sky sequence breaks Croc, but it's not a sequence break in Hard Logic. You are expected to be able to do the gate glitch to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a question of will Speed Booster be required for anything? I think there are just only 4 locations that are hard locked by Speed Booster. There's Climb Supers, Waterway, Wreck Ship Reserve. The last one is the Main Street missile pack that you need to spark to. We already saw how many of them? We have seen Climb Supers and Main Street, both not required. Now we'll soon know if we need to go to Waterway with Speed Booster. After that, all that will be left is the Wreck Ship Reserve item. So speed could be completely optional, logically.
Yeah, the thing I'm thinking about is that I don't know if Sky does Croc at this point, because he has a good loadout for a bunch of dungeons in A Link to the Past. So he may just like do the easy checks here and then just skip Croc.
Or he might be thorough. He was thorough. He checked them Shack Tool. He scouted Climb Supers. I think he's going to be thorough and do Croc too.
That's also a good assumption.
Although he chooses to go right first instead of left against Norfair. Oh. Last bomb.
Dropped it at the last second.
Nice navigation of Cathedral.
Yeah, the hitbox on the waivers is always like a little weird when you freeze because like you can't really tell when it ends. So like you can just end up walking off the waiver thinking I have enough room to jump, and then you don't.
We'll soon know if going to Norfair first was the right play or not. Waterway
Yep.
could have something.
Moment of truth.
Nope. Just a super pack.
Still good.
So we just want speed booster, even if it's not hard required, saves a lot of time.
As it turns out, when you go fast, it makes things faster.
Yeah. But you bleed so much time in each room when you don't have speed booster, it's insane. It's a huge difference. Even more significant than not someone having boots in the Link to the Past and the other not. You save minutes. Cubes for shooting prematurely. Ah, he got it. So basically you need the trick to the spore skip trick is just to have the camera all the way to the right. And then many spots will work for shooting a super and hitting the block. But the only requirement is the camera has to be all the way to the right.
Yeah, there is a way to do it if you don't scroll the camera all the way, but it becomes less forgiving.
Oh, looks like Sky's gonna be headed to Lower Norfair.
Through Remembered Highway.
Well, if you're around Wave Room and you want to go to Lower Norfair, it's faster this way. Keep doing the gay glitch, gets it fairly quickly.
Now, does the gravity jump give you enough height if you don't have high jump boots?
It does, but you can't. Even if you short it a bit, you can still wall jump off the right side. You can wall jump right here, like you're doing lava dive. You just wall jump off the wall like that.
Gotcha.
Okay, if hammer is the first item in the Golden Teresa room, then space would be hard require space jump. That's a possibility I forgot about.
But what are the odds that that's going to happen?
There's a lot of game left to check. Coop is up to 50 supers. He almost has Mother Brain ammo. Okay, so this guy's gonna be gate glitching here. I never call it the green gate glitch because it also works on blue gates. So it's just a gate glitch.
And this is also a logically expected trick to do in hard.
Yeah. Basically, you have to be a few pixels away from the gate and shoot your super or regular missile if it's the blue gate just before you hit your head on the ceiling. I don't know if it's frame perfect, but if you have a lot of ammo, just do it. Just brute force it. Hammer's right here.
Oh,
We're in potential
okay.
go mode. We are in potential go mode.
So we're waiting on a medallion possibility for Meyer, which we're about to check right now.
Yep. That's the play. You immediately check if you're in go mode. Especially when you're right next to it. The check, that is.
So is this ether? It's
Bombos.
2 bombos. Okay, this is
Wow.
This is the quickest go mode I've seen in a while.
This is a regular normal seed, not a short seed, not a reduced requirement seed. A 774 go mode in 120. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. You'll still want some ammo though. That's right. You can't skip everything. If you see a super pack, you want to get it. Now he should be at 50 himself. He would be probably more comfortable with a bit more ammo, but otherwise he's in go. Hard doesn't mean anything.
An illusion.
No, the game is more open and hard logic because there are tricks you expect it to be able to do. So Super Metroid is not really gated as much as it normally is. Going straight for Lower Norfair was inspired.
This guy just making all the right moves. Skips Croc, skips Wreck Ship. Just doing the thing.
Well, yeah, Croc would take a while. Oh, there's a blue mail to make this even easier.
Amazing.
I think the time lost fighting Croc, will be, saved by the time the Speedbooter saves you in every room. Like, you may spend 5 minutes getting it, but it might actually save you 5 minutes just by being faster. And it makes his escape a lot faster too. Don't forget that.
This is true. Now, Sky is still checking items. I assume he wants ammo.
Likelihood, yes.
Scoopy giving us the not often seen parlor save.
Wait for BT. And then it'll reset and take the portal back to Link to the Past. That's what I assume. So Sky absolutely won't do Croc. For sure. So his escape will be slow. But otherwise it's in go mode. Might want a few more missile packs. But I figure you'll get him as he's opening chests to find the big key of a dungeon. Haven't seen a regular seed beat this jetty in a while.
All right, so what does Scoopula need to do? He needs Fire Rod in Watering Hole. He needs Hammer at Screw Attack.
And Kane in the right
In the right sand pit. Okay, so let's see how long it takes for him to get there. But unfortunately, he does have a whole bunch of completable dungeons that these items could be in.
That's right. So if he favors dungeons, for Super Metroid, he's unfortunately going to lose a lot of time. I don't think Guy will skip Hookshot Cave to get his silver arrows, but he might. He might open. Yeah, he might go there anyway, just because for more ammo. If he feels he has enough ammo for Mother Brand, he might skip it. But he has tempered, so Ganon is not an issue. Silver just makes it extra easier.
Yeah, we'll see what his ammo looks like when he gets to that point in the route, but it could go either way. He could go into Hookshot Cave, or he might not. That's Mothula down for Scrupula.
Roldorm.
That's totally what I meant to say.
So Sky basically got routed this. It happens.
Sure does.
I hope he gets the big key in the spike chest. Just to be even faster. Doesn't look like much, but he still has about 40 minutes left of stuff to do before he gets to the ending screen. Oh, no Godmire.
Yeah, don't be fooled by this. We still have a whole bunch of game to play. It's just we don't have to find items. We have the items. It's just doing the thing.
Yep. Goes back, check the atrium item first. Big key? Nope. Second item, okay. Well, now we're only missing the big key. Cube decides to glitch into Croc area again.
What did he leave behind? Or is he going to Lower Norfair?
I'd be going to Lower Norfair, yeah.
Okay, so this will give him a hammer.
Yes. And he'll be missing basically just the fire rod and the cane.
And the cane,
both of which are in the front of Meridia.
Yes. There is a world where you just go to Meridia after Lower Norfair, so that would be good for him if he routes it that way.
True. And Sky has to go back to Lower Norfair after this to kill Ridley. Oh, Cube does not. He's gonna gravity jump from there? Okay, never seen that before, but if it works, it works. And it did work.
Today I learned.
Shame.
Oh, and just to reiterate to everybody, Sky got his go mode having defeated only one boss out of the 11 that's required. So you still have the go mode 10 bosses, which is still like great that it's early, but it's still 10 bosses.
Did I miscount? They're still looking for an item? Thought he got both items out of fire, but maybe
I was not counting either.
He's looking for ammo. He doesn't quite have enough. for Mother Brain yet. Scoop will do the IBJ all the way up Orstrom in the game. While Sky is headed to Vitreous.
Tempered sword, cape, boots. This will be fine.
That's... He was there and he just mistimed one of the bombs. So when you learn IBJing, you place the next bomb as you're falling, as the morph ball is about to touch the previous bomb. That's when you lay the next bomb. That's how you single a bomb jump. It's slow, but it's safe.
Yeah, you get a wider window to hit it. Unfortunately, it is a long trick, so you do have to hit it multiple times, a whole bunch of times.
Oh, you got it. Okay. So Scoop is very close to Mother Brain ammo. Unfortunately, he's still looking for Fire Rod and Hammer. Oh, he doesn't. Did he get glitched? Get the hammer? I don't think he did.
No, he might do the thing where you check all of the items on the path out, and then you just double back, do Ridley, and then reverse acid dive to get back to the Mire area.
Yeah, he has the E-tanks to do a safe reverse acid bath. Oh, saving quitting, not going back to Lower Norfair. Okay.
That's
a
little sketch.
Might have forgotten.
I do have to say, yeah, that is what Scrupule is doing. So it is super easy just to sort of go into autopilot when you're in go mode, but it is something you do have to.
Charge beam.
Yeah. All right, cool. So Scrupule doesn't have to look for ammo. He just needs to find the 2 items that are in Meridia.
Oh, that's right. Sky did not. He didn't scout Turtle Rock. He didn't know he was in go mode. He'll know now when he sees Bombos.
Yeah. And with 1 medallion, it is a bigger ask to assume that you have it on the 33% chance, but we know that he does.
Why he saved and quit. He wanted to scout Turtle Rock because he's wondering, am I in go mode or not? Unfortunately, I'll have to go back to Lower Norfair to kill.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, that's that's an interesting math discussion about, time save versus checking to see if you're in go mode, because I honestly don't know how much time a go mode Lower Norfair is versus how much time you're saving by checking it first.
Yeah, he doesn't have speed boosters, so he'll have to take the long way back to Lower Norfair. Might be kind of hoping to find the flute. That would help a lot. Guy knows now that he's in go.
But now that he knows he's in go mode, he's probably not go. Well, again, we don't know that for sure. He may not check Hookshot Cave. It'd be good for him if he did, but he has no way of knowing that.
might still be looking for ammo. He was at 45 supers and less than 100 missiles, I think. Big key, alright. So there's the Turtle Rock gamble. You find if the big key of Turtle Rock is not vanilla, then you can skip the big chest and the lava chest. And you have a less than 2% chance of being wrong. Of having to go back to the big chest for a key.
Right. So the way that works is there is only one configuration where you get punished for skipping lava chest and the big chest, and that's if it's small key and small key.
Yep.
As long as there's one small key that's not among those two, you're golden. And you can do that skip. But on the 2% chance that a small key lands in both of those ships.
It's a bit less than 2%.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's like 180 something. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's basically the safest skip you can do in SMZ3, I would say. You can get burned once in a while, but it is very safe for a gamble.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an 98% chance of being right.
Yes, especially if you're in go mode, because that's if you're not in go mode, you should be checking everything. But yes.
Skipping. Now we know for sure he considers himself in go mode. Meanwhile, Scoop is fighting Ridley.
He did top off on the ammo before coming in, but I think he had to have had at least 30 supers before that, so this is just like insurance.
And once Ridley changes color, there you go. So you can kill Ridley with exactly 30 supers. Once you shoot him with a 16-1, he changes color, and you know you have only 14 more to go. Ridley had nothing, but he was required.
At this point, Scupula is going to head back and go through the acid the other way and end up back in the mire area.
But he cannot do mire. He won't have the cane.
Oh, right. So he can dip it, but we know that the cane's not in mire. And probably in his spot, he will dip it because no flute. So, like, it's tough to come back to this.
Wow. More missiles for Sky, always good. There's a small key. And he's skipping chests.
Yep.
He also knows where he can find another super pack if he's that desperate for ammo. When he's left behind.
Where was that?
At the Mama Turtle E-Tank.
Right.
Now probably kicking himself a bit for not getting it.
You may see what the numbers add up to when he's cleaning up.
Dry neck. Switches to the fire rod before the before the ice head dies, because while stuff is exploding, you cannot switch items even in quick swap mode.
Yep, you need to be able to pause in order to switch items.
help for the reverse acid bath.
Especially if he's getting bullied by the key hunters. He may want to farm up or crystal flash. Yep, he's going to crystal flash. He's going
Can't do
to
it on
stick
the
his...
free tanks, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't try.
Yeah, he's going to stick his toe in the ass. Ooh, okay. This is daring.
Needs to avoid getting hit. And he does so fairly easily. And he's got to recharge when he's going to take the Mire Portal.
Okay, this is...
It's the gate glitch again, though. He never did it in the first place. Never mind.
Yep.
This guy was stopping by to buy a blue potion just in case. 2 blue potions just in case. Very
Scoop.
small time loss for a lot of safety.
Scoop, you gotta be careful here.
He's fine. Although the Rippers in the next room could kill him. They do like 10 or something?
At this point, he's in range for Crystal Flash, so I would personally be safe and do it, but
Trouble with the gate glitch though. Shooting too early.
at this point, he cannot Crystal Flash, so he's gonna do it or don't.
Meanwhile, Sky's heading for pod. Oh boy. Let's try. Yeesh. That is extremely unfortunate.
Where did he last save?
3 Musketeers on his way out.
Got it.
Key in the first chest of pod. Gonna get the vanilla big key chest first. You should crystal flash now.
There's...
It is very risky. 33 energy is not a lot. You're going through acid, even with various suit. Ooh.
All right. All right, back to it.
He's crystal flashing now. There we go.
There it is.
Farming the Rippers a bit for more supers. While Sky is already on the way to Helmsor King. He will be happy to find his hammer right here. So now he needs to go to Meridia for the last 2 items.
Fortunately, he does not know that. But if he goes in here, he is committed to fighting Golterizo.
He has charge beam, but it'll take a while.
Charge Spacer is an option, it's not charged plasma, which is the thing we would want.
Bring ball.
Hilarious.
Oh, that's right, you can farm him fairly easily Golden Turizos. Bit rocks.
A little bit tougher to find the magic pixel on the left side than if Gold Turismo was on the right side. Does exist though.
Oh, it just uses the talon of his forward foot to determine where I need to be for the safe spot. But he's not trying to get the safe spot, he's just farming him.
The thing I look for is like the pattern on the floor, but I guess the talent works too.
Yeah, because it works on both sides. It's one visual cue for both sides.
And that's Helmasaur down for Sky.
I was gonna mirror and do Eastern. Then he's gonna kick himself for not doing Ridley while he was in Mire. But I could be wrong, he could find Flute on the way to his next crystal. And that would be amazing for him. We know it's not in Eastern Palace, but could be nice. One more super pack for Sky. Coop's gonna do Desert, and hopefully he won't try to do Mire. Because we know he won't find Kane there. And going to go back to Mire with the Kane with no Flute. Even if you have the Flute, going back to Vidi, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Big key. But he's still looking for items, so he won't mirror. And Sky skips outright a chest that was completely free, so...
That's ambitious.
Very confident in his go mode.
Wait a minute. Does he have the big key yet?
I think he has. Otherwise, why would he be skipping?
Well, then why do you skip the chest that's in front of you and you decide to do vanilla big key chest?
Well, maybe he doesn't have the big key.
Then why skip a chest? Then why skip a chest?
You save a half second, you know.
Okay.
You don't need anything else.
All right, Sky. Let's see what you're doing.
We realized he did not have the big. He skipped the big chest. He thought he had it, I'm sure.
Oh, gee golly. Wow. That's something. Did he think he opened the chest and just didn't?
Might have been really just focused on getting there as fast as possible. I don't know.
That might be something to ask him later.
Yeah. Oops. He must have thought he had opened it because he checked the big key chest.
All right, Scooby's gonna head into Mire, and we know he's not gonna find the answer.
It's unfortunate. That's at least a 5-minute loss. But you can't god rot every seed, so
You just do the best you can with the information that you have.
at least thinking about opportunity cost. Yeah, I don't have a cane, but if I have to come back here to get something that leads me to cane, I'll be not happy.
You definitely don't want to leave the progression behind, especially when you're right here.
One of the rare times I beat Aussie in a weekly was I dove Meyer without Kane, and Kane wasn't Meyer.
You know,
Ozzy
those are the
Sorry, I just wanted to say Ozzy last located it, and he still finished only a few minutes behind me.
yeah. I mean,
He had like a 50 more checks or more than I did. He
yep.
was just a couple of minutes behind.
Those are the types of plays that you need to make when you're going up against a runner that can do the checks faster than you. You just have to just bank on something that they're not going to do paying out.
Yeah. Going to ice. Oh, backdooring Meridia.
Meridia, sure.
Yeah, he kills well, he kills Dragon and comes back through the same portal and then goes on to do Ice Palace. Makes sense.
Could also go down to lower Norfair instead.
I do both, yeah. So the trick to clipping through the ooms here is just you jump up and look straight down. You don't hold left, you don't hold right, you just jump and tap down. Jump, tap down. And eventually they will just roll through you. Not even sure if it's considered a trick at all or not, logic-wise.
Logic-wise, no, but it's definitely good tech to know for getting through things faster.
The mistake I see people do sometimes is aiming diagonally down or holding a direction while they're jumping up. You just jump without pressing a direction and tap down.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah. The hitbox is different.
So Scupula doing a nice rail clip to get through makes traversing through the hub room in Meyer a little bit faster and easier.
Quit because he's done with Lower Norfair anyway. Has to come back later. But
So
he
this
has
is
hammer.
probably pod.
Yeah. It's a sensible play to make with hammer when you have bow. Guy with the quick kill. Well, the quick grapple kill.
Fried shrimp, as they say.
Well, well.
That's pretty
Talk about
good.
That is lucky. Oh boy. You won't have to take the long way back to Ridley. You can flute the mire now. Gravity jumps out of the Dragon Pit.
Yep, he just needs to make a quick detour to Kakariko to activate a flute, and then you can just go back to Lower Norfair whenever he wants.
Yeah. And he flutes to 8 to do Ice Palace. Do Skullwood 2 and... No, not Skullwood. Yeah, Skullwood.
Swamp, it looks like. Skullwoods is a pendant.
Oh, right. I can't. It's so small.
Yep.
But you're right. Yes. Swamp is the. He can go mode Swamp. Swamp is a bad dungeon when you're not in go mode, but it's very fast when you are.
Yep. Super easy just go straight to the back and go defeat Argus.
Gonna walk to Ice. Why not? He's in the area.
That's
Now you have to remember, when you're go moding Ice Palace, don't forget to hit the switch first before doing Icebreaker.
mm-hmm. And what does that do?
Well, you would if you don't hit the switch before you do Icebreaker, you will need one key and the big key. If you hit the switch, which is gonna do, you'll be able to just drop down the middle hole to the lowest floor and push the block on the switch, on the floor switch.
Right. So when you hit the switch, you skip iced tea effectively.
Yes. Well, I mean, you need a small key, but you have a guaranteed one under the big block in the room with the map. Going for a bufferless ice clip, an icebreaker. There we go. Check. He needs a key, but he'll find one right here. All the time. Even key sanity. Because you need a key here to get out of this room, otherwise you're stuck on the right side. He's got the big key, but he doesn't need it because he hit the switch. Decides to check the chest.
Item, but it's not ammo.
So in the next room, right here, he's hit the switch so he can push the block down, the bottom one. Okay. Might die actually.
Guy, don't die here, please.
Oh, he's got a potion. He's fine.
I think he lost half of his life to the Freezor.
And then you're here, so you skip the need of opening the big key chest, a big key door rather. He's got half magic and fire rod. You can play cold stare very safe, very fast too. Yeah, he's gonna break. He's gonna break cold stare free with bombos, which is a little slower than with the fire rod. But you save a lot of magic doing that, so you can use the extra magic as fire shots.
Now, I don't think he can give up any hits to Cold Stare at this point. But that's fine, because Cold Stare's down.
And more ammo.
Another crystal down. We'll see where he wants to go next.
What do you have? What has he left? Swamp. And Ridley. Oh, and
Yeah, there's a few things left. It's Eastern, Swamp, Dragon, Ridley.
Oh, he's done Eastern. It's just not Mac on the tracker. It's where you skip the big key, the chest with the big key.
Ah, that's correct. Did Scupula go to Helma first?
No, he cleared the back.
What is he? Did he? So he didn't. He didn't complete the boss. Oh, he did. Okay.
Skipping the map chest. Will you do Spiky Clip or not? I haven't learned that one yet.
Pretty easy setup.
There we go, Spiky Clip.
Like it is. It is literally. It looks easy because it is easy.
Now we can go straight to the back. Gonna do the cane version of Diver Down. Keep the need of taking a long way to the switch, the lever that drains the water. Yeah, and there we go. It's done. 2 free chests. A little more ammo.
Here's looking for supers, but missiles are good enough.
Doing the easy chest on his way. You pass right next to it, so just grab it.
Might as well. Now, question for Scupula is he going to do left side? Because he's already seen the compass, and we know he's going to hit the map in the back, so he's going to have the knowledge that there are 2 items on the left side. We'll see if he wants to do it.
Looks like he is. Another crystal for Sky.
So Scupula has to do the bomb diver down, as he does not have the King of Samaria.
It's not terribly harder. Oh. You could learn both. Or you could just learn the bomb one, because you'll always have bombs, but you might not always have the cane. Activating the flute. And he's gonna do Hera when he's on his way to Ganon Tower. He's just mirror over.
That's the best time to do it. Hmm? Oh,
He's
okay.
gonna do Rick ship probably.
Wreck ship. Pendant.
Oh, it's pendant. Oh, I don't know then.
Yeah, what's the plan here? Oh wait, is he gonna do Mother Brain now?
Isn't Hera a
It
token?
is. Huh, what's the plan here?
Oh, refills for Ridley. He doesn't have a
That makes
charge
sense.
game.
Hmm.
I was gonna flute to Meyer, take the portal. Doesn't do the spooky setup, but he doesn't doesn't need to. He's already cleared Meyer. But that's the easy spooky setup with the bird. You go under the rock and you pick it up, and that sets the proper value to that one memory address. That looks. The game looks for doing the spooky glitch with the fire rod.
I just thought there was like something else you had to do, but that's
Oh, but there's
yeah.
there's another setup, maybe more. The easiest and full setup if you do it, if you can. If you're playing Link to the Past only, then you can't do it anytime because you have to get the food eventually if you go to Meyer and just Link to the Past rando.
Right.
And setting up spooky is you go under the rock and you pick it up before you walk in the portal instead of doing it from the left side.
All right, Scooper is gonna check Bombo's tablet. We know it's not gonna be the answer, but might be something good still.
Did get plasma from it or something? Nope. He's looking for progression still, so there's no reason to skip it.
Otherwise, you just leave it there forever until you last locate it.
Have to kill that one too. Now he's gonna IBG his way up.
I think this is Big Bomb per Scrupula.
Oh yeah, you're right, yes.
Now let's see if Scrupula remembers the fast way to do this. Having killed Aga and having a mirror.
Yep, going for it. Gold sword, vanilla.
We've had 2 vanilla swords. All right, looks like Scrupula is gonna do Graveyard Ledge and then probably go to Skullwoods, which is unfortunate.
Time for relay. More than enough ammo. Now you always need enough ammo for Ridley because he's the only boss, well aside from Mother Brain, who doesn't spawn stuff that you can destroy for pickups.
Yep, you have to come in with the ammo or with charge. No way around it.
He also takes double damage from supers. So for every super you need 6 missiles. That's really down. He might have been... Yeah, I think Sky stopped using supers because he wants to keep some for the gate glitch. Bring more from... Yeah, that's probably what he's planning. Reverse acid bath into the Mire portal. And then from there he can take the energy recharge, which is way faster than the ship one. So if he refills at the ship, it'll be significantly faster because he'd only be filling up ammo.
I feel like the ship refill is inevitable because he doesn't have charge. Unless, yeah.
But it will take less time because he'll be on full health. What you always
Right.
wait for when the ship recharges you, the bottleneck is your energy tanks. So how many empty do you have, and it slowly fills them up. If you're already full on the E-tanks, then the game will top off your ammo really quickly, and then you'll be done. You'll be asked to save almost immediately. Coop's going for Dre. He's backdooring Meridian and working his way.
It makes sense.
It does.
You will have to save scum the sand pits. But he will see the item he needs as that one of them, and then he'll have to find the other one at Watering Hole.
Let's go. Coop getting the quick fry kill. Coop's gonna get his flute, which I think he'll be relieved to find, because that means going back for Mire will be pretty fast instead of taking minutes.
Indeed.
Not like the power pump. Far left enough to get the last pillar, but it does not really matter. Now Sky has 23 attempts at the gate glitch. Took 2. Back to Link to the Past. Do Hera. Mirror from Ganon's Tower to Hera. Complete it, and then do Ganon's Tower. Now Sky remembered he killed Aga, so if he had saved and quit, he would have been at the pyramid. So if you want to save and quit, you mirror first. Pretty fast. Should be a 240-ish finish. Despite being in go mode at 120. But that's all the stuff you had to do. Like you were in go, but you still had a lot of games left to do.
Yep. We had all the items we need to finish the game, but it just took a long time to finish the game.
Take the portal, go to GT, mirror, do Hera. He doesn't have to open anything in Hera, I can just go straight there. Will he get his silvers? Nope, skipping Oakshot Cave.
Alright, so I don't know if Scupula checked the left sand pit, but he elected to take the Key to Samaria and is gonna progress on. And go to Shack Tool. So this is time he's gonna give back to the Sky.
He's gonna do the nope. Yes, no. What are you gonna do, Scoop? Ops to do the ice clip, I suppose.
If you get it quickly, the ice clip is faster than
That's true.
the bomb jump that the randomizer wants you to do.
Yeah, the worm's a bit too low. Some people don't know, but you can do it from below as well. So when he jumps toward top, and then when he jumps back down, you can also freeze it mid-air there. To get 2 shots per cycle. Oh, that's good. That should do it. Nope. Really? That looks really good, though. Guy gets his last token. Gonna do GT, Ganon, and then from reset to Super Metroid.
I like going right to start. That's
Hope Room. That's the key. Another big key.
Oh, is he gonna go left and then DM, or is he going to just go left? Just keep going left.
Usually when you start with Hope Room, you go full left after that. But I could be wrong. You might. But standardly, yes, you start with Hope Room, hoping you find a key in the big key there. That's why it's called the Hope Room. And, after that, you go full left until you find the key. I prefer starting with DM, but I think either way has the same odds of being as fast as the other. It's really preference now. And he cleared the south host, so you know he won't be mirroring. Otherwise, he would not have bothered. The tank is actually a refill, even though he was already full. But it's nice to have an extra. I think he's only on 5 E-tanks, so that's a bit of safety for Turian. He doesn't have space jump or screw attack. Or speed. Without high jump, you might have to dip the lava a bit too. So the E-tank is welcome.
Yep, safeties are good.
Now we're up to render room. There's 4 chests here. More ammo. Wrong cane. If he has to do ice armor, he doesn't have enough arrows. And he needs to save a few too for the mimic rooms. The first room does not have an arrow pickup, but the second one does. Right, the bottom pot here has arrows too. Hopefully, big key is right here. Nope. Coop is checking plasma room.
It's a reasonable check given how things have shaken out, but it's just unfortunate.
He's saving 3 arrows for the red Armor's Knight, so he's just sorting the last one.
Yep. When the last Armor's Knight turns red, it regens all of its health. So good to not waste the arrows when they would just reset.
Big key. French vanilla, but he has no arrows. Will he realize that? Or will he just mimic clip?
So he could mimic click the first room, and then he'd have to get the arrows under the pot in the second room.
Or do you mimic clip both rooms? If you know the first room, the first room is harder than the second one, in my opinion.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, the way you have to make him phase through the bottom... he just realized. What is he doing? He's gonna farm from arrows?
It's reasonable. Just hope you find arrows. I don't think there's any under pots in this on this side. Like you're just hoping for arrows in any of the 4 chests in Compass Room. And it's doing a big think.
Probably isn't aware of how you can mimic clip, I don't know.
Where are their arrows? Oh, did Scoopular reset and has to go get the cane again? Okay.
Ah, lucky 10 arrow drop. Well done, Sky.
Incredible. Questions for Scoopular: is he going to continue clearing Meridia? Because that's the thing we know that he needs to do.
So we know Sky still has a blue potion. Being low on health here is not really an issue. Oops. There we go. He's past mimic rooms. So the reason you mimic clip the first room, if you want to mimic clip past, is that the BMO statues will not fire their beam at you if you mimic clip the previous 2 mimics. For a reason that was once explained, but I don't remember.
Interesting.
They'll spin, but they still won't fire because maybe there's too many sprites in memory. Because the red mimics you just made clip through the wall are still there. And past a certain amount of sprites, the game stops drawing them. Yeah, 240-ish seems about right for a finish time. Means the Coop is in Mama Turtle, but he hasn't checked Waterway or Beach yet. I hope he doesn't forget them. Oh, he went back to the front. Never mind. He wasn't doing this from Aqueduct.
Yeah, he did it from the sand pit.
I is past Moldorm too. No, not Moldorm. What are they called again? Landmo 2, that's right, thank you. Oof. Unlucky with the second wizard room, but gets it in 2 cycles. Will he check the chests? Yes.
Alright, and Scupula is now in go mode.
He is. And he knows it too, because he scouted everything else. This guy at the time was not aware he wasn't go mode because he had not scouted Turtle Rock yet.
So Scupula needs to finish, needs to do Ice Palace and finish up Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Moldorm is angry.
Yeah, his first hit was a poke, not a
Not a spin or a slash.
Yeah, or a dash. I think Scoop just reset out of it to save time because he could have just IDJ'd his way back up if he's not confident in the speed strat. But it's not untypical to just save before checking Plasma because it's such out of the way.
That makes sense.
Get you down.
And in speech is actually accurate for what we did in this seed. We actually did defeat Aghanim twice. Guys got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, that's right. You cannot take a cannon hug right now. He has 5 hearts and it does 6 damage to a blue suit. A blue male, rather.
Really, it says Dark World instead of Death Mountain.
That's interesting. Are we sure they were there? Maybe they were somewhere else.
I could have sworn they were in Oakshot Cave.
Where did he find them?
Unless it considers Dark Death Mountain to be Dark World and not Death Mountain.
I don't know. Not counting, but Ganon's got to be close to dead now. Yeah, 1 hit away. The time to clear turn and escape, 240-ish is reasonable.
That's 1 down, 1 to go for Sky. And that's a Mire down for Scrupula, so time to flute and go to Ice Palace.
Ammo is fine.
Yes. Way above what he needs.
Absolutely no movement. Oh, that's right. Might be a little more than 240 because he has no movement items. So escape will take a while. It's gonna take an extra minute.
Yeah, no speed booster, no high jump, no space jump. Yeah, this is just a casual stroll out of an exploding planet.
Samus is barefoot or wearing sandals.
I'm in no rush.
Cube gets bufferless icebreaker first try. Three minute is plenty enough, but instead of having a 1 minute escape, it's going to be a 2 minute escape. I hate when that happens. Like you shoot at both Metroids and only one blows up.
Yep, Sky does have bombs, though, to easily recover. How did that not hit?
Did Scoo hit the switch? He did.
Scubula being fancy and using the doubling rod to get the first phase down a little bit quicker. It's a fire rod doubling, because if you shoot the fire rod and fire a sword beam and have it hit at the same time, the sword beam counts as another fire rod hit.
Yep, it's pretty handy. But you have to have full life when you get there. Sky?
Sky is going to missile down things and then refill, which seems a little bit too cautious. IMO.
Hope he doesn't die.
He's got a reserve, so there's that, but it's still a little sketch
Okay.
having to avoid Rinkas.
He wants to have 3 extra supers for his fight to just be extra sure. But maybe
I don't know. You've got charge. This isn't faster.
he doesn't have charge. It's only Scoop who has charge.
Oh, right, because he stopped checking things. It was at Fire Fleas.
Yeah. If you ice clip, all you need are 32 missiles plus 60 supers, with 3 missiles per super missing. He's more than fine. He can miss a lot. Well, not that much, but he can miss a few times. Oh, he's gonna blow through the Zebs instead. Okay, that's maybe why he wanted more ammo.
As long as he has 5 times 3, as long as he has 15 missiles at the end of this, he should be okay.
He still needs to kill him phase 1, 2. That requires some
Yes.
missiles.
Yeah, if he can get to Mother Brain 2 with 1555, that's enough ammo. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
There's a case to be made to shooting all of the missiles first. That way you have supers for the catch-up phase.
What he's doing, I think.
Yep. This was the other way to do it, where you leave 15 behind and then you just switch to supers once catch-up starts.
Right. Phase 1 is done. Oh, right. Oh, Yannick with Varia. You want that back on if you only have 5 E-tanks left.
Mm-hmm.
Nice hat.
It suits her, I think.
It's a rave hat. Makes you flash every color.
Party's over. Take a seat.
Alma the Brain's 3. Alma the Brain last life bar, if you want, if you will, is full now. So if you were doing a stand up, you could start shooting now. When she turns grayish green.
Yep, we do need charge for that though. So
Yes.
and
Well,
enough E tanks to do stand up glitch, which I think we don't have. Like we need one more E tank for that, right?
yeah, you need. You wouldn't need 70 tanks. Because you need to have enough energy to be able to survive a second rainbow. And the trick to it is after the first one, you just damage down so that the next one will make Samus kneel. This will trigger the cutscene, but you'll be able to move. Alright, time to escape. It's gonna be a slow escape. So it's gonna be like 240. 244. Gotta take the middle path here. No speed. The Eolux room is also pretty annoying when you don't have any movement item. And after that you have to climb up the shaft instead of just sparking. But 3 minutes is plenty enough.
Yep, the escape was made with casual gamers in mind, not for speedrunners.
Now time to wall jump. Well done. Guys, we'll finish as Scoop enters GT. And that done.
Yep, that is a first on restream and first overall with a time of 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 49 seconds. GG, Sky.
If Scoop does a full right side here, he'll save time.
Not a play you often see.
Nope. He might mirror after grabbing the key, or he might keep going. He keeps going. He'll save
Well,
time.
That's going to work out for him.
That's unfortunate. Now the bridge will collapse.
Oh well.
Wieners.
Understandable, but unfortunate.
Not sure if we'll have Sky for an interview. Maybe the bot didn't send out the invite. I don't know.
Yeah, the bot did, but it's the invite sometimes doesn't work unless you like do some shenanigans.
It's unfortunate.
And let's welcome in our winner, Sky. GG's.
Your mic is muted. Oops. Ah,
There he is.
hello.
Hi. GG's.
Must feel pretty good to gut rot a seed.
Well, Sky's having mic issues, unfortunately, but yeah, just a well-run a well-run run, I guess is the best way to put that. Just absolutely just hitting the route, no questions asked.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Crying out loud, man. Microphone issue. Sorry about that.
No worries.
But I could hear you fine. But yeah, that was a fun seed. I think it caught me by surprise when I hit like medallion go mode. I've certainly never gotten into go mode that quickly before, but other than a few skill issues and wasted time with like Shack Tool, not my PB time wise, but easily probably my best run I've had.
Yeah, and like, ice clip to Shack Tool is just it's not free. It's not a. You definitely have to get the timing down for that, but it was fine.
Yeah, it didn't pay off. I usually don't have that much trouble with it, but it was just one of those things. And then I had a couple green glitch issues. I don't usually take that long, but that's how those go sometimes.
Indeed. Although I would be remiss if I didn't mention Eastern Palace, but besides that, everything was fine.
I mean, I have no idea what happened there.
you went up to the chest, touched it, and said like, I have it, but you don't.
My mind at the moment was so focused on, I know I'm not going to be able to do the Zeb skip if I don't find wave or speed somehow. And I was just trying to think in my head, is this enough ammo? Do I have to break the glass and then reset? Am I good to go? Like, I was just trying to figure out ammo and whether or not I still needed to check stuff. And then I got there and saw the compass or map or whatever it was, and I was like, what? I think I checked everything. And I was like, it must have been after the Skull Armos thing room.
Yeah, where your mind is like doing 17 different things at once, and it's just, oops, I forgot to do the easy thing.
I had a couple of those. I've never fought with that Freezor in Ice Palace before, completely going to the wrong block.
Yeah, Freezor was beating you up.
Well, I mean, it's my fault for going to the wrong block. That you apparently can't even push. So.
Yep. That is the bottom one on the left side and the top one on the right side.
Yeah, and again, mine was just not where it should have been at the moment. But couple snafus on the way out. Otherwise, I think, my ALTTP is not my hot point, so I'm probably slower go moding that than others would have been. But overall, can't complain.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, like half of this gameplay was just in go mode. We knew you were in go mode because we saw the medallions already, but you had, I think, Eastern done, and then you go moded everything else.
No, so I was on the way to Ridley, and then I was gonna check the medallion because I had found Bombos. Saw Meyer was Bombos, so I did Desert Palace and Meyer, and then I went to go check TR, did TR, and then after that is when I saved and quit to Pyramid, did Pod and Eastern.
Yeah.
And luckily you found the flute, so you didn't have to go through SM to go back to Meyer.
Yeah, that definitely, I think, I don't know exactly how long that would have taken, but that probably would have cost me the time that PP Chan just finished with GG's PP Chan.
Not that long, but a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a very lucky find.
Copula is going to have a very easy Ganon fight with Butter Sword and Silvers.
Yeah, I saw the Silvers in Dark World message. Where were they?
Not sure. I thought it was in Hookshot Cave.
I thought it was in Hookshot Cave too.
Okay, and at that point I saw TR Medallion and I wasn't going in there.
And Charge Beam was at the Fireflies.
Okay. Yeah, which I wasn't doing that one either.
Nope.
Probably wouldn't have been a horrible check. It's not too long, but it would have wasted health if I had to take damage to get there. And I was going back through the acid, of course, so.
Oh yeah, and Butter Sword was vanilla.
Yeah, oh, so there were 2 vanilla swords.
Yep.
Yeah, that, I think, set the tone. I think getting the sword and then making the decision to go down and getting hook shot, everything sort of just fell into place after that. I was curious. I feel like I lucked on Morph Ball quite a lot. Was I earlier to that than Scupula, or was it pretty much on par?
Yeah, you were early to that. He did not do he didn't do Smith until a little bit later.
Yeah, when that popped up, it definitely caught me by surprise and lit up my tracker. 3/4 of SM. I was not expecting that, but
And you could have done every single check except the hard lock, the 4 hard lock, hard speed locked items at Waterway, Climb Supers, Main Street, and Red Ship Reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt good about the SM choices. Leaving Wreck Ship was definitely a good decision. I hate Wreck Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Wreck Ship, and it's being a pendant and seeing bombs in Spooky was enough for me to say no.
Well, I always say skipping Wreck Ship is a very safe gamble because if you're wrong, you're just a reset away from Wreck Ship. You don't have to waste minutes getting back there.
Yeah. Where was Speed Booster?
It was behind Croc, so Croc.
Okay.
So getting Speed Booster, you had to gay glitch into Croc. Found either there too, but it ended up not being required.
Yeah, Croc was a question mark because there were 2 maybe good items there, but they turned out to not be anything.
Yeah, with the loadout I had, my thought process at the time was go to Lower Norfair, do Ridley. Varia was very obviously meaningful, I think, given its location being Agalocked. And Upper Norfair had nothing, so I'm like, okay, this must mean Lower Norfair. And it didn't turn out to be, but I was going to go there, do Ridley, check the medallion for Meyer, do Desert, and then full clear LN, and then do Croc on the way out. But of course, seeing the hammer was like, okay, I might be in go mode now.
Yeah, I didn't scout the Turtle Rock yet, so you didn't know.
And I'm going to say thank you guys for the restream and the commentary. It is 1 minute left on my birthday, so this is an extra special first place.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a good way to close it out.
Indeed.
And I actually had a Zelda-themed birthday by my kids put together, so that was pretty cool.
Well, you can't get much better than that, then.
Not at all. You don't mind if I hang out and talk to Scoop when he comes on too, also, do you?
But yeah, you can hang out. It's fine by me.
I will have to go because I need to get up early, so...
All right, I'll hold it down then.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Nito, for comms. Have a good night.
All right, just a few minutes until Scoopula finishes this up. He does have charge, so won't need to refill missiles. Scoopula not opting for speed Zeb skip, is just gonna fire missiles at the Zebs. And that's Mother Brain 1 down, so let's fight Mother Brain 2. Right, into the catch-up phase, has more than 15 supers, so this should be smooth sailing from here.
While he's going through the cutscene, there's one other laughable moment. My GT before the gauntlet, when I ran out of missiles, could you tell my panic?
Oh yeah. So yeah, you ran out of arrows, and I'm thinking you were trying to figure out if there were arrows anywhere else in the basement, and the answer to that is no. There are no arrows under pots anywhere in the basement. There's a 5-arrow pot in the second mimic room, and then there's a 5-arrow pot later on in the gauntlet. But in terms of like arrows in Gan's tower, nothing in the basement. So you pretty much had to rely on a drop, and you got there.
I got lucky, but when I paused, that was literally me Googling where are arrows in Ganon's tower.
Yeah. If you know the setup, you can do a mimic clip in Mimics 1, and that gets you to Mimics 2, where you can lift the pot to get the arrows. But you'd have to know that setup, and it's a little it's not really useful tech in SMZ3, especially in 774. So
yeah, I can do it. It's not like it's not a quick guaranteed thing, but it's not impossible either. I've done Bolus GT to get through the first room there, and the second one actually. The second one's trickier because you have to position yourself where the laser guys can't shoot you. But
yeah,
I was hoping not to have to go that route.
Yeah, from what I'm remembering, that setup it's pretty easy once you know it, but it's just like if you don't do it ever, then like you have to like figure it out and like look it up again and such.
But I'll let Scoop have the spotlight while he finishes. That was just one thing I had forgotten to mention before that I found kind of funny at the end there.
Yeah, of course. Pirates are beating them up a little bit. This room is not easy without high jump boots.
I can do without the high jump boots, but Screw Tech makes this a breeze.
Indeed. Scoop, where you going, buddy? Is this metal pirate percent?
I think he's just having a laugh.
Yeah, that's about right. That's a gray door. Everything's a gray door except for the Etacoons and the Decora.
Does he save the animals?
Question of the night. Yes, save the aminals. No, don't save the aminals.
Oh, tease.
All right, everyone, get your GGs in chat for Scoopio, who finishes second on Restream, 5th overall, with an official time of 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 4 seconds, and fast forward through the credits. Let's see if he wants to pop in for some conversation. And let's welcome in Scrupula. GG's.
Okay, so
GG's.
Yeah, so how do you think it went?
it was a big slog for the whole middle, clearly. There was a point, I don't know if you could be able to pick it out, but I was like in Frog Speedway, and then I went back to get the power bombs they dropped because I ran through, right? Headed to Lower Norfair, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to go back and get these. Maybe I shouldn't even be here. Maybe I should be going to Meridia first, and I think that's probably what I should have did with the gravity. I don't know what that means with being where it was, but I think it would have saved some time there. I didn't find a lot else to make Lower Norfair better, and I was struggling uncharacteristically, but yeah, that's the only thing I think I would have done differently. And then I also earlier on forgot that I had mitts and going through Agate Dark World so many times, so that's Monday.
Sure is. And like, it's easy to say in retrospect, like, oh, I could have gone one way or the other and it made a difference, but the items just could have been in the direction you were going in. So that's, as they say, that's rando.
Yeah, so do we need Agate? Like, if we didn't want Varia, we still needed it, I think.
I'm pretty sure. Unless you wanted, I don't even know if there were enough E-tanks to really do Ridley.
There
So
on path, you'd have had to gotten really out of your way finding some. I only had 6 at the end plus 1.
See, I wasn't sure because I was skipping a bunch, and that made for a nice reverse lava dive, which went fine, but I saved because I'm on restream, and that wasn't why I had to reset. I had to reset because the gate glitching just plain fell apart. I think I've had that discussion before, because earlier in the game, when I first tried, no problem, and then it's just no.
See, I was the opposite. I took like 15 or 16 tries on an earlier gate glitch, and then I think I got that one second or third try on my way out.
yeah, there was some gate glitch shenanigans happening tonight.
Yeah, which outside of that wasn't a lot of that's hard logic stuff really. So I don't know if I count that among there as the big, the huge challenge that these tend to point to being. But I mean, I guess we had to go through the gates, but.
Yeah, and there was also the Bubble Mountain access, which was just Varia and Ice Beam. I don't know if that led to progression, but that was available.
Yeah, I thought about that. I wanted to do it. I saw it was ice, and I'm like, I put it off. Ended up finding. I figured a morph ball was over there, and it wasn't. That was just. That's wow. That one.
Yeah, Sky was pretty early to that.
I think I was futzing around, wanting to, well, I have ag access. Well, I have no mirror. Well, I don't know. And that's it took a little bit, but.
So it was an interesting beginning, and then like all the items were pretty well, at least Sky got them pretty early on, and Otherwise, things like opened up pretty well once we got past Aga and we got a morph ball.
So you probably heard me just pop in here, Sky. You pulling 49 less items than I did. You, I guess, didn't have much to do.
I hit go mode at like an hour 33.
Holy crap! Yeah, it was like an hour after that.
And then it was just me slowly go moding pretty much the entire game because I'd only had like Kraid done, and I think that was actually it. I think I only had Kraid done at that point.
So it looks like, did you go indirect ship at all?
I did. So I tried to go against what I told you I always do, which I said that I will always go Red Tower and skip Green Bryn, but I didn't. I went to Green Bryn first, and then that obviously had some good stuff there. Went over to wreck ship, saw that it was a pendant, bailed immediately, went down Red Tower, went straight into Meridia, picked up Fire Rod, picked up Samaria. I don't think there was anything else there. Did Upper Norfair, was on my way to Lower Norfair when I got the hammer and was like, okay, I might be in Medallion Go mode. And then so it was clear desert, clear mire, went to TR to check that, saw it was Bombos, and then it was just, I had a lot of dungeons to clear.
Yeah, and on Medallions, another one. I was in Croc before I was in Green Bryn. Now guess what? We had an ether down there. I felt okay. Like, okay. We had a speed booster down there. I'm like, well, this is cool. And about 45 minutes later, I'm like, yeah, I don't think we needed that, did we?
As it turns out, we did not.
Yeah, Waterway was just like a super... Wreck ship, I think this is the only time I've ever done this. Wreck ship was able to figure out as a pendant without touching it. Like, it just got all the other info.
Yeah, we assumed that because you saw everything else, you deduced that wreck ship was the last pendant.
Like, almost always have to go in and then decide if I want to turn around or not. I'm like, if I can see it here, I'm just not going to do it. I checked moat, that was it. But so some parts felt all right, but Sky, yeah, you look like you hit it here with that CR. This mine looks kind of like standard,
Yeah, I will say I got very lucky. It's just given the fact that Thieves was pendant and I got Mitts there, that just lucked me into bringing the blacksmith to Hype Cave and then resetting, and then doing, because I did Aga, went around to Village of Outcasts, got Bombos, cleared Village, just the front 4 of Thieves, took the blacksmith, did Hype, reset, and then took the blacksmith to get Varia, turn it in, got the morph ball, was on my way to the shovel, did that, and then went to Metroid. So that was very lucky, I think. And then things just sort of were,
It's like what I would do, but I'll tell you what, and I guess I mentioned it before, but now I realize the weight of it is a little higher than I thought. I didn't take the smith because, once again, I didn't process mitts for portal. I was like, well, I don't want to go counterclockwise all the way around again. So I went to IPK without the dude, and that might have done something. It's unfortunate. But...
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the portal. The Akka portal.
Like, I had the mitts, but I just totally...
Yeah, that didn't even occur to me, to be honest with you. I was just thinking, I'm going to be in the light world to get Varia. I might as well take him and turn him in when I'm in that area.
Yeah.
Well, that worked out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe part of it is I didn't process that I had all this Dark World to do, because mitts flippers or glove flippers, hook, whatever, it is to get over there. And then as soon as I did Ag, of course, tracker says, hey, you can do this. Fine, we'll do some of that. And, the front of Thieves had some stuff, and I was like, oh, this is okay. But yeah, now I can sit here and say that maybe was an oops. But yeah, pretty good brain fart here on Speed Gaming. We do it fast, we don't do it right.
Oh, I had plenty of those. If you watch it back, I will say, at least 3 laughable moments in there that are just completely brainless.
Yeah, I mean, SMZ3 does allow for some margins of errors for that kind of thing. I don't know. I guess that's why we like it. It would be perfect, but like a 305 most of the time is okay. But you can sit here and point at this stuff all day now that we all know what we're doing and just kind of be, well, darn. But at any rate, yeah, for once I was like, well, maybe I'll stick it out even though I know you're done. I did. So that being said, thank you, praised and Diomethus and Nito if he was here.
Yeah, Nito was here, but he had to bounce.
So yeah.
Yep. Thank you both for running. It was a good race, and yeah, thank you both. If there's anything else you guys want to add before we close this out.
Just thank you for comms tracking, Speed Gaming for the restream, and GG Scoop. Always fun.
Yep. Well, doing this week to week, but we'll keep an eye out for something we can do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. For everybody watching, we have races for SMZ3 on Friday nights, Sunday afternoons, and Monday evenings. So if you're interested in that, you can get into the SMZ3 Discord and you'll be notified whenever there's a race about to fire and follow these runners. And if you want to follow the crew, you are welcome to do that as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next mission.